everybody, and good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the vlog.
You haven't said that in a long time. You see like this. Welcome to the
vlog. I don't know why I did that.
I don't either.
The progression of our channel has been pretty amazing.
I know, I'm almost like embarrassed when I go back and watch old videos.
Especially that, the Milky Piggy one that I put on. My hair was like shoved down to my head.
Yeah, it's really crazy to go back and see all the hair that I used to have.
Yeah.
Like, my hair used to be all the way down here.
Yeah, but you donated it though. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, I don't regret cutting my hair off.
Right.
I just look like a completely different person with long hair. It is weird. It's so weird.
I think you look great. I think you look great either way.
Babe, I think you look great. I really think you look great now that most of the caramel in your hair is
I happen to like that caramel quite a bit.
I like the way that it looks now.
Okay.
Like grown out, like almost like frosted tips, but not so frosty.
This is actually the Lance Bass look from NSYNC. This is what I was going for.
Is it?
Yeah.
He had brown hair with caramel.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
I don't know. Maybe it was another one that had it. Is there Nick in that group?
I don't know. I really only liked the Spice Girls.
Anyway, we wanted to talk to you today. Well, technically Cari wants to talk to you today. And kind of me. I've been a little bit busy with my homework, so Cari had to go to her breastfeeding class without me. And she did a hospital tour. So she kind of touched base on that a little bit, but we knew we were going to talk about it. So we kind of saved it a little bit so you guys could see my natural reaction.
Yeah, I thought maybe if you just had questions about it, and then I could answer them.
Oh, okay, sure. Where do we park?
Well,
let's give a little context first. So Cari had her meeting or breastfeeding class from 7 to 9, and she did a hospital tour at 6.
Yes, so I did the hospital tour first, and then the breastfeeding class.
Were there other people there with you during the tour?
No.
Oh, it was just you and one of the administrators? Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Typically they will do a tour with a class. I think it's the labor and delivery class, but because we could not make a labor and delivery class before we're giving birth, we had to set up a time outside of that.
Stop doing that.
You're making fun of me.
Right, and unfortunately with my dissertation being due and I had to do 3 presentations for my CCE, which I passed.
High five.
I was unable to go, but I feel relieved that I passed it. I don't need an extra year of schooling.
Excuse me.
I'm good to go. I'm happy. And that's that. But anyway, I couldn't go. So Cari went.
I went alone.
I hated you going alone. It just, I really felt bad, but I had to stay.
You know, I wish that you could have been there, but at least I will be comfortable, which, no offense, that's going to be the most important part during the labor and delivery process.
I agree.
So at least I could go.
Yes.
I would have rather gone by myself than not have gone at all.
So Cari kind of told me a little bit about the tour. You know, the hospital we're at, they have like a separate labor and delivery. So there's kind of a separate parking lot. So it's really nice. You can kind of pull up and let, I can let Cari out. Usually at some hospitals though they have like a valet, but apparently since people give birth 24 hours a day, they don't have that. So we play it by ear.
Yes.
If Cari's in labor and I have to hurry up and rush up there with her, I can either trust the security guard to go park our car, or hopefully someone in our family is nearby and they can come and do it, or I can just basically let Cari out, get her in a wheelchair and have her fend for herself for a minute while I go park the car.
I don't need to be in a wheelchair, honey. I can walk up. It's better for labor to walk.
Oh, I'm just telling you, if you're hunched over and you're doing that thing like the baby's coming out right now, like there might be a time that you need the wheelchair. Or maybe I need it because I'm gonna pass out myself.
I know you are.
So anyway, we found that out. We got the parking situated.
Yeah.
We know what elevator to go into.
You can pull up and let me out, or you can, the parking lot is right around the corner there from where you could drop me off at. And there are like 6 spots specifically for labor and delivery patients. So if you're in labor, you can park in one of these spots, but if it's not urgent, they do encourage you to park elsewhere, because first of all, after you deliver, you have to move your car.
Sorry.
And second of all, walking is good to progress labor.
Yeah.
So if it's not urgent, park further away so you can walk in.
I was actually shocked at the, and I know this is like very ignorant on my part, and I will admit that right away, but I was very shocked that pregnant people drove themselves to the hospital.
Sometimes
it hadn't even occurred to me. You know, single mothers, you know, married mothers whose husbands, wives, spouses are working, partners, you know, like
overseas or
in the military. Like I just hadn't even thought of that, so I was like, whoa, kind of blew my mind, guys.
Yeah.
So we know where the cafeteria is. However, when you're in the labor and delivery rooms, you told me that we can order the food. They send it down.
It's the postpartum rooms, I believe. I don't know if it's the labor and delivery rooms.
Okay.
But postpartum rooms you can order food from. Yeah. They do have a vending machine.
Did you happen to check if the vending machine took change or if they took cards?
I didn't see the vending machine because it was in the waiting room. She showed me the waiting room, but it was like around a corner in the waiting room.
Okay, we should probably check that.
So.
Because I was going to bring like, one of the campers had suggested like a bag of change. So I got a Ziploc bag that had some flat dollars.
Yeah.
You know, so I had all that ready, or got all that ready. And, but if it takes a card, then, you know.
Right. And a lot of vending machines do take cards these days.
Yeah, so I'll have to look at that. I don't really foresee having to eat out of the vending machine with the amount of people who say they're going to come up, though. And there's also like Uber Eats, and there's like food delivery services that deliver right to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
So I'm not really worried about that part.
So because we had that scare one time when we had to go to the hospital, they put me in triage for a migraine. We are a little familiar of where we need to go when we walk through the doors.
Yeah.
There's a long hallway. We know where the elevator is, and then the elevator takes us right up, and the check-in station is right there, so we don't have to wander around too much. And then I got a tour of the hallways. There's there are operating rooms on the same floor, so in case something happens and I need to go into an operating room for a C-section, I don't have to get transported to a different level. I can stay right on the same floor. They have everything available there.
And Cari came home, she felt really comfortable, and that made me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You also had said that
comfortable, but now everything is really real, so I'm nervous.
At least we're pretty as prepared as we can get. Oh,
true.
Katniss is trying to get a toy out of the cat box.
I know.
I'm sorry, this is like one of our favorite things. Like, our cats literally dig through their cat box, like a toy box, and try and get toys. It is the cutest thing.
Because conveniently, their favorite toys are on the bottom.
I don't know how that happens.
Because
I mean, she is face deep into that.
Well, let her go.
If I could turn this, I would.
But we can't.
But, yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Cari had told me one thing. She said that they are a, what was it, a baby
friendly hospital. It's the verbiage I think they used. Which means the baby stays in the room with you 24/7 unless there's something where it needs to be taken to the NICU. The old school nurseries that they used to have, they pretty much use it for storage now.
So basically, if we ask them to take the baby out because the baby's like crying and Cari can't sleep or something, the baby just basically hangs out at the nurse's station with them, and they just like watch the baby.
Pretty much sounded like,
yeah. So once she told me that, I was like, all right, well, we'll figure something out.
Well, yeah, if I need help, you'll be there.
And so will our mothers.
One thing that I thought was really cool is in the labor and delivery room and the postpartum room, there's a couch in there, but the couch turns into what I think is like a twin size bed. So if someone needs to get some sleep, They can
like
lay
our
on the
mothers.
bed. Yeah.
I
Tiffany won't be
probably would
sleeping.
stay on the couch, just leave it as it is, because for some reason, if I'm
You'll
in a
like
strange
that support
environment,
from the armrests.
yeah, I sleep better like on a couch if I'm in like a strange environment. So
that was pretty cool. They do have birth balls available.
is that what you've been sitting on?
Yeah, those exercise stability balls.
Yeah.
Birth ball. They do have those available. There's also a ball that is like the stability ball. It's called a peanut ball. It's pretty much 2 balls connected together, and it's shaped like a peanut.
What do you ride it like a horse?
I don't know exactly the exercises you can do on it.
Can
but
I use it?
No. No, you cannot. She did say that it typically does help speed up labor using them. So whatever
I hear
you do
there's some
on
other things that help speed up labor too.
Oh yeah? I haven't heard. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, she also went to her breastfeeding class.
Yes.
So we know how to breastfeed.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
Yeah, it was really informative. You know, a lot of things you can read about, but hearing it from a lactation consultant and being like explained everything to instead of having to read it yourself, it was really good to have that knowledge before we go through the labor and delivery process. Because if I had to learn all of that after a grueling, I don't know, 18, 24, 36 hour labor, I wouldn't retain it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how long labor is going to be.
Did it remind you of the Office episode when Pam was visiting with the lactation consultant and he was like touching her while Jim was over there going? Turns out that was her husband in real life.
I don't recall that episode,
Okay,
so
that's all right. Someone on there does.
I haven't seen all the episodes.
That's fine.
They have dolls to practice like correct positioning with. Yeah, it was kind of neat.
I guess I'll hold the doll then.
Well, they don't.
For
the
you
dolls
to...
at like the breastfeeding class. Yeah.
So Cari told me something interesting about breastfeeding, that it makes the baby like work a little harder using the breast instead of the nipple from the bottle.
Yes.
This was really interesting. Will you explain that?
Yeah, so when you're breastfeeding, the baby has to like do these quick suckle motions to make the milk come out. And then it can take these longer, like, sips, I guess, like...
Drinks?
Yeah. But if you use a bottle and you hold the baby down... Let's see.
Oh, she's gonna use an aid.
If you use a bottle and you cradle the baby like you normally do, and you put the bottle like this, the milk just flows right into the back of their mouth so they don't have to do any work.
Right.
So if you end up having to do a bottle feeding, they suggest paste feeding. Is that what I call it?
And using the slower nipples so the babies have to like suck a little bit more.
And what you do with the paste bottle feeding is you hold the baby up a little bit more and keep the bottle vertical so they have to suck a little harder.
You know, which was really cool because unfortunately not everyone can breastfeed or wants to breastfeed.
Right.
So it was neat that this class kind of addressed that in a way. Like, hey, there are struggles when it comes to breastfeeding. If you are going to bottle feed, try this way to help your baby's development. How awesome is that? Like, I felt really awesome after she was talking to me about that.
Yeah.
Everything's awesome today.
One thing I'm really nervous about, besides giving birth, clearly, which I'll never stop saying.
Yeah.
Is they say that night 2 is very, very hard on mothers because babies like to cluster feed between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m., which means they'll want to feed for 5 minutes, sleep for 15, feed, sleep, in that same cycle for about 3 hours, which means no sleep for mom.
Or no sleep for those 3 hours. So maybe we just put on a bones for you or like a TV show. And
the only thing I could do would be like get a cat nap in when the baby's not feeding. You could hold the baby, and then when he gets hungry again, you could wake me up and I'd take him back. But
yeah,
that's really the only thing that I'd be able to do. And that is what helps your actual supply come in. If you
mind-blowing.
If you end up skipping that cluster feeding, then your supply will be much lower within like the next few days. So
yeah, so she was happy to come home and have all these tips, ways to help the baby latch, just even the cluster feeding, like she just said. These are, I hadn't even read about that, you know, and I'm trying to read everything in between all my homework so that somewhat I'm prepared. And I like to read. You guys know this.
You do like to read.
Hadn't really read on cluster feeding.
No.
So yeah, there's a lot of this that was really foreign to us. So going to this, not that this is like a PSA or anything, but taking advantage of the programs at the hospital are beneficial.
Yeah.
Like, we're already seeing the benefits and we don't even have little man yet.
Right.
So
I definitely agree with that. It was very beneficial for me.
yeah.
Here's a fun fact. Do you know how big a newborn's stomach is?
Like,
When
you
they
want
were
an
born.
actual size?
Yeah.
Like 4 centimeters?
No, I mean like if you could compare it to an object, what would you compare it to?
All right, so baby's probably yay big. So I'm going to say it's as big as this pill bottle.
Wrong.
How big is it?
A newborn baby's stomach is the size of a marble.
So this explains why they go to the bathroom all the time.
Does it?
Well, yeah. Because they're drinking all that stuff and then just pooping it right on out.
But their stomach's only the size of a marble.
Where the hell's all the food going then?
A lot of their first excretions are like the meconium poops.
Yep.
Which that comes from the amniotic fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So their first 24 hours, they're not expected to have too many movements.
But wait, let's talk back about the food. Because
Yeah.
what I assumed was they didn't really hold the food in their stomach a lot. It just went right through them.
Oh yeah.
So that's what happens. Okay,
Oh,
so I was
okay.
good.
I get what you're saying.
That's
now.
what I was saying. Like, their stomach's only that big. Well, it's in and out. It's like, okay, hi, how are you? Goodbye, stomach.
Yes.
Making my way downtown. Walking fast.
What else was I going to say? Oh, but by day 5, their stomach is the size of a ping pong ball.
That grows quite a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, see, she came home and learned a lot. So for those of you who are pregnant or who are thinking about getting pregnant, check your
Or
hospital.
interested in whatever we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, check your local hospital. Maybe they'll let you go on a tour, even if you're not pregnant. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know why you'd want to.
Maybe somebody's interested. Maybe they're planning on getting pregnant at some point. I don't know.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm happy. You look happy. Any other facts they should know about?
Not that I can think of, but I'm sure if people have questions,
Yeah.
I'm
If you
gonna
have
be
any
like,
questions-
rats, why didn't I talk about that?
No, yeah, but you guys know if you have any questions, we will answer them. We will get them. You can put them in the comment section below. If you're a member of, our Facebook page, you can do that, or the Tiff and Cari campground on Facebook. You can go in there.
It's probably easiest on YouTube, but
Yeah, definitely easiest on YouTube. But if you are a member of some of those other pages, more people who say it, obviously we're going to get it faster.
right.
So, yeah. But I guess that's it. We're getting really excited. Videos coming up. We're going to talk about what's in the baby's bag.
Yes.
We have that coming up. We have our new additions to the nursery. They're going to be coming up. We have our OB appointment to check Carrie's dilation. That's going to be tomorrow's video.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Oh, I can't believe it's here.
and, give me just 1 minute. Okay, Google, how many days until July 4th?
Independence Day will be in 27 days.
So when you're watching it, it's actually 26.
26 days for you guys. 26 days. 4 weeks.
It could happen anytime now, though.
Ugh.
But I don't feel like he's dropped at all.
Okay.
Do you feel like that?
As far the pictures that I've seen, no. But it does look like he's getting a little bit lower, but not
low enough.
No, because in the pictures that I've seen, like your stomach is basically coming to your legs in some of those photos. Not yours, like a woman whose pregnancy has dropped. It's like when they're standing there, you can see it like low in the area of the legs there.
Yeah.
I can't with yours, so.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what's coming up at the campground.
I felt like you were saying that my belly was like folded over and like hanging down to my knees, and I was like, oh.
So I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if Cari will be able to put it in.
I can,
You can. Well, I'm going to show it to you here just so you see it. Tiny bit there. This. Anyway, I'll have Cari put it in. This is the new hashtag design for the shirt.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Did I spell everything right?
I checked it. It looks really good. We made some adjustments because you guys kind of insisted on a few hashtags that we didn't really know for sure if we wanted on the shirt, but we were like, you know what? That's funny. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. The pre-order should start in a couple of days. It's probably going to go for 2 weeks. I do want to warn you right now, though, if we do go into labor, there is a chance that things could take a little bit longer because it will be just me doing it. I have all the materials here ready to go, all the bags and stuff, but like I said, I will get them out to you. I'm going to let you know now. It could be chaos with little man coming.
Yeah.
So we're really hoping that anyone who orders a shirt just knows that.
This was pretty ill-timed.
Right, but everybody really wanted this shirt, so we were kind of like, you know what? We'll do it. We love you guys. You know, we would never, you know, cheat you or, you know, not get you the shirt. So
maybe Eye Candy will help you out too.
Maybe she will. Maybe she will come up and help. Yeah. I mean, I don't foresee it being an issue. That's why we're going to put it up pretty soon. I mean, it could even be up right now when you watch this video. You know, if we get enough, you know, feedback, because we've already put the picture up a couple places. So if we do get enough feedback, it could already be up. It'll, like I said, go about 2 weeks. And then that's that. Whew, yeah. So, anything else?
I don't believe so.
All right. Well, thank you for watching our video.
And thank you so much for sharing us with your friends.
And we will catch you on the flippity.
Oh, you're gonna really hurt my nose.
Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media pages.
Especially the tweeters.
Perfect.